press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, how are you? I hope that all are doing good. So today I am going to continue the last class which we have stopped in the last class, that is the Comet First, which was written by Jayant Narlikar. Okay. So let's see about the today's class. You know, in the last class we discussed about, we understand this lesson. Okay. What is this lesson is? This lesson is about a comet. And this new comet which was discovered by Datta, okay, which is living in Kolkata, and you know he was a amateur scientist, astronomer, okay, but he is not by professionally he become a scientist here. It is one of his ambition. It's a secret ambition, okay. So the regularly over the nights he just wanted to look into the stars to discover a new comet, okay. So this is his ambition of his life, okay. So let's see about the today's class. So is it this comet made him a star or what happened to Datta's a new discovery? So let's see here. So the lesson continues here, page number 76. Thereafter, it took just 1 week for comet Datta to be recognized and so named. So within 1 week, this comet is discovered by Datta. So that comet name has given, that is Datta comet, okay. Comet Datta, okay, comet Datta, it is the name recognized. And it was named also like this. Further, IIA confirmed the findings on communicated it worldwide, and according to the accepted practice, the new comet was named after its discoverer, okay. Even the IIA, the Indian Institute of Astrophysics, they also accepted and they also spread this worldwide. So this institute had spread the worldwide. The news is according to the accepted practice, means it's a practice that they are practicing in this institute. Whoever will discover the comets, the name will be given to that comet, the name of that person who has discovered it. So that's why they given the name called Comet Datta. Comet Datta, okay. So that is called. This brought in unwelcome publicity to the introvert Datta. So this discovery of this Datta and made him a star, a fame, okay, and it became a unwelcoming publicity. So he became a public figure. Everyone was recognized this Datta after his discovery, okay. And now he become, so earlier he became an introvert. Introvert means a person who is believe in his own thoughts. He never just mingle with the in a society. He just never spend the time with his friends and all. He just thinking in his own thoughts, okay. That is called as a introvert, okay. So this is. Then there were numerous receptions and functions to attend after his discovery. So he was invited. He has been invited with several receptions and functions, okay, in honor of his discovery. Then on returning from such a ceremony, Datta muttered to himself in disgust. So when he was returning in one of his ceremony because of his discovery, so he said in a disgust manner, irritated manner, okay, like, I almost wish I had not discovered this comet. So he just wishing that he could never discover this comet in his life, okay. He said like this way. To his surprise, Indrani Devi agreed. Even Indrani Devi is also agreed for this. Why? I wish the same, though not for the same reason. Even the Indrani Devi, she is also wishing that he could not discover this comet, okay. But not the same reason what Datta is having the reason. Her reason is different, okay. So it compares to Datta's reason. So what is here? May I ask why you wish I had not discovered this comet? Datta asked. So now when he heard that even the Indrani Devi, she is also not liked, which her husband was discovered this new comet. And now her husband is also asked him, so what is the reason why you said like this, okay. So then she said, and she was replying like this. Comets bring ill luck, and I wish a good man like you were not associated with the discovery of one. Actually, Indrani Devi, she is believing that this comet, so what a new comet it was discovered, it brings a ill luck, means bad luck. It is a bad luck for the people and for the world. Okay, and now she is wishing that I wish a good man like you are the good man. Okay, and this discovery, it should not made any harm to the world. Okay, so this is her wish. So she is wishing that her husband should not discover this kind of a comet. Indrani Devi said with concern, she said with the concern, with kindness. Now when Dattada was listened and he was laughed, Dattada laughed. I see that even an MA degree has not cured you of your superstitious. So now when he was heard that, when he was listened the words of his wife, when she was said like that, and he was laughed, and he said that, so although you are a MA degree holder, so then also you are not left your superstitious belief. Okay, so this is the superstitious. There is no correlation whatsoever with the arrival of a comet and the calamities of the earth. So now he says, Dattada, he says, there is no relationship, there is no relation between, there is no correlation between discovery of a new comet and any natural calamities are happening on the earth. It is not a related part. Okay, so there is no discovering of a new comet, and there is, if it is calamities, means a natural disaster is going to happen. So this thing is not correlated. Okay, these two things are different. It is not related to each other. Okay, there is no reasons for one another. On the contrary, comets have been scientifically studied and their composition is well understood. So now Dattada is explaining about the discovery of comets. So comets, it was discovered by the scientists. So scientifically it was proved. Okay, and it was studied also. So they have studied. The means it has research on it. There is a research and there is composition is well understood. So what it consists means whatever the people means the scientists they were understand about the comets. So it is not related with the natural calamities. Okay, so they have understood it well, and there is no such kind of a reasons with this. There is nothing harmful about them. Well, you will soon see this comet of mine pass harmlessly by causing no anxiety to anybody. So now again he is saying to his wife that, so this comet, what I have discovered a comet, there is nothing harmful about this comet, and even no one can be affected with this comet. Okay, this comet is not bring any ill luck, and it is not harmful to anyone. It becomes a harmless by causing no anxiety to anybody. Any anxiety means it is not disturbed to anyone. So whose comet? Datta's comet. Okay. In this last comment, however, Dattada was not going to be exactly right. But when he was said at the last line, he said he was not sure about it. Okay, actually. Okay, so this is his opinion. So let's move to the second part of this lesson. British scientists, part second means in this lesson only. That is the comet first. Okay, in that here is the second part, means the story is shifted to another situation. So let's see here. A British scientist writes a paper based on Dattada's discovery. So one of the British scientists, he has written something on the discovery of this Datta's discovery, means Datta's comet. Then he and defense science advisor, who means the person who has written something about Dattada's discovery. So that person and other person, means here defense science advisor, these two people were have a tete-a-tete over an impending calamity. Okay, so both are having a conversation about a calamity. Okay, the natural disaster. A conference of international experts might yield a clue to the cosmic puzzle. Okay, so cosmic puzzle. So they called a international conference, international meeting. They were held. Who? This person and also senior advisor, defense science advisor. So they both were organized a conference, international conference, to get a clue on this cosmic puzzle. Cosmic puzzle means universe. Okay, cosmic means it's a universe. In this spacious dining hall of King's College, Cambridge. Okay, King's College, Cambridge, the place is, means now the story is shifted to another place. Okay, it is a big dining hall where it has organized. So that is the King's College, which is in a Cambridge. The butler whispered deferentially in the provost's ear and handed him an envelope on a silver tray. Butler means the servant, the waiters who supplies the food and meal to the guests. Okay, in that such kind of function. So in that provost means here senior academic administrator. Okay, senior academic administrator. He was that butler was whispered in that person's ear. Okay, person's ear. So he said and handed him an envelope. So he brought one of envelope. So that envelope was handed over to that senior academic administrator, who that butler, on a silver tray. Okay, he brought the envelope on a silver tray. The provost beckoned James and passed on the envelope, saying, that provost means here, provost means, I will write here, provost means, here is the senior academy administrator, academic administrator. So this person, he come to this James. Okay, so butler was holding an envelope and he whispered on his ear. Whose ear? This person's ear. Okay, so envelope, he has handed over an envelope to this senior academic administrator, and this person has beckoned. Beckoned means what? A person come closer. So this person come closer to this person. Who is this person? Another person here, James. Okay, so this senior officer, he come closer to the James. Okay, here it is the secret meeting. Okay, so that's why everything it is happening here secretly, not openly. James and passed on the envelope, saying, so this person, again this envelope, it is passed by this officer. So this envelope again it passed by this officer to this James. Okay, then what happened here? Envelope saying, and he said, so who said this? This senior academic administrator, he said to this James, it seems you are wanted urgently in your room. Okay, so and he said that, so this envelope means the person, something has written in the envelope, so they are waiting to you in your room. He said like that. He wanted to see you in your room. Then as he made his way towards the beautiful building. So when he said that, he made a arrangement to the beautiful building. So to whom? To the James. Okay, so then now James opened the envelope. It contained a brief note. So now this James, he has opened this envelope. So inside the envelope there is a secret matter, it is there. Okay, so now when he heard this, so this James has opened this envelope. So in that envelope there is a note. So what is here? Dear Dr. Forsyth. So in that note it has written like this way. Dear Dr. Forsyth, the bearer of this note has been instructed to bring you to my office in London tonight. Okay, so here Dr. Forsyth. So James is a Dr. Forsyth. He is the Dr. Forsyth. Who? This James. So who is the Dr. Forsyth? Here is the James. The bearer of this note has been instructed to bring you to my office in the London tonight. So this note, who has written this note? So I am just requesting you to come and to meet in the London office. Okay, in my office in London tonight. So his office, it is in London. So you should have to meet me in tonight. At tonight. Please come without delay. So again he was pardoning him to come without delay. It's urgent. I'm making arrangements for your overnight stay in London. So again he was requesting him, I will arrange all the things whatever need to come for London. So I will arrange for you. Then I regret the inconvenience caused to you and request you to keep your visit strictly confidential. So I regret, he was apologized about the sudden call of this meeting. So he just says that it is very convenient to call you, and I created an inconvenience to suddenly I just call you to meet me, and you keep it, this meeting is a strictly confidential, means it's a very secret meeting, okay. So it should be not public, okay, published, or should not spread this news, that is called confidential. So believe me, it is absolutely essential. So this meeting is very important, so you should have to believe me. You are sincerely John Macpherson. So who has written this letter? This letter was written by, this note was written by John Macpherson. Macpherson to Dr. Forsyth, James Forsyth, okay. So I will write here complete name, Dr. James Forsyth. Okay, written by John Macpherson to call for a urgent meeting, and he has to make this strictly confidential meeting. Then the signature carried the designation underneath the Defense Science Advisor. So after this note there is a signature. So who has done this? So the designation means the person who carries the job, means a higher authority. So that person's designation it's there, and with the signature. So the signature of Defense Science Advisor. So this John is a Defense Science Advisor. Okay, so who this John? Her Majesty's government. So he is working for government. Who this John Macpherson? Now a bowler hatted man near the mantelpiece greeted him as James entered his sitting room. So he was visited in a room, okay, where the meeting was arranged. So now the James came there. So means outside the room, a person who was standing, means bowler hatted man. Bowler hatted means a man who wore a round black hat, formerly popular among the Britishers. That caps which was worn by the Britishers, it is a famous, okay. So that man was standing near the mantelpiece. Mantelpiece means near the shelf. Mantelpiece means it's a shelf. He was standing there. He just waiting to meet James. So James entered his sitting room. So suddenly James is also entered into the room. I am Johnson, sir, security officer. So again it is another person. Okay, Johnson is a person who is waiting to meet. Okay, who is he? He is a security officer. He is a security officer. So here there are some three characters we see here. Look here, this first we see in the story. First, this butler means this envelope was given by the butler was given this envelope to senior academic administrator, okay, that is called provost. Here there is no description of this name, and this administrator means administrator, he has hand over this envelope to James Dr. Forsyth. Okay, and that letter, this note was written by who? John Macpherson to Dr. James Forsyth, okay, and he is a defense science advisor. Again there is a person called here Johnson, who is waiting for James Forsyth, and he is a security officer, okay, and at Whitehall. Okay, so where is he? At Whitehall. So where this Macpherson called for a meeting? Whitehall. It is in Whitehall. Okay. Then he showed his identity card and continued, Who showed? Johnson showed identity card, and he was continued to talking with James. Then I presume you know why I am here, sir. So I have once again I suppose to you to say that why I am here, okay, why I am here to you, okay, he said like this. To the extent that is conveyed in this note, replied James. Yes, I know that because it has said in that note, so that's why you are here. So it means that James know that why this person is here, okay, because they have to be, they openly they are not saying why and for what sake they are came here and why he is waiting for, okay. So this just to say in that the conversation which is very secretly, okay, like this. Yes, now the James replied, yes, I know it is written in that note, so I know that. He said, he knew that it would be useless to ask Johnson for further details. I won't take long. So James has not asked anything to this Johnson because it is useless to talk about any issues to the Johnson because he is a security officer, so he doesn't know that what he was called for, okay. So he doesn't know that because who has called here? John Macpherson called to Dr. Forsyth, okay. So it's a waste of time to ask to Johnson here. Then Johnson, Ford, Cortina brought them to Whitehall in less than 90 minutes. So Johnson, he has he is with Dr. Forsyth, he is with Johnson, and he brought them to Whitehall. So he just they both were come together to Whitehall with the security of Johnson, okay, and he made all the arrangement to move to the Whitehall, and he took only 90 minutes to come to this Whitehall, okay. Then he took them another 10 minutes to reach the chambers of Sir John Macpherson. They were in that building where this meeting was organized, okay, and now it takes only 10 minutes to reach to the John Macpherson's chamber, means in his office, okay. So this is, and having introduced James to Sir John, the quiet but efficient Johnson slipped out. Okay, so here James has introduced to John, that is John Macpherson. So they were reached to the chamber of the John Macpherson. So they both were introducing themselves, and suddenly, so this Johnson went out from that. Okay, so when these two people were met, who Dr. James Forsyth and John Macpherson, they were met here, and after that Johnson was left that place, okay, he was went because his duty is finished, okay. So whose duty? This Johnson's duty is finished because he takes all responsibility to call this James, and he has brought James to the John Macpherson. So this why, okay. Then Dr. Forsyth. Okay, Dr. Forsyth, my apologies for this imposition on your time. Sir John advanced with outstretched hands. To avoid any further delay, I will come to the point right away. Sir John handed him a typescript. Okay, so here the conversation begins with the two people, that is Dr. Forsyth and John Macpherson. Okay, now Dr. Forsyth, my apologies, who said here, that is Sir John is saying that this is my apology, why all these things, I just made a sudden call for you because it's an emergency, and it is my apology on your time, so it is you are on time, he said. Dr. Forsyth said to Sir John. Then to avoid any further delay, so they don't want to delay the topic, okay, so with their introduction and why they came and how they came, so they wanted to come to the that exact point, okay. So what is the intention to meet suddenly? I will come to the point right away, so without delay I will come to the point. Who said this? Macpherson, that is John Macpherson said. Sir John handed him a typescript. So this Sir John means John Macpherson, he handed one of a typescript. Typescript means manuscript. Means the script which was called a paper or a book, which is not. It is in a that is made up, means that typescript which is contained of some of the topic which should have to publish. but that book, it is that papers is still it is not published. Okay, it is in the form of papers only. Okay, that is called typescript. Why? It is my paper to nature. So suddenly when Dr. Forsyth has seen this typescript, he recognized it, he identified it. So those papers are belongs to Dr. Forsyth. Okay, so why it is my paper to nature? Nature means it's a publisher name. How did you get this original manuscript? Okay, so now Dr. Forsyth is asked question to John Macpherson. So this is my paper, I given to the publisher to publish this. Okay, so how it is? The original, this copy, it came to you, he asked. Now James was surprised and somewhat uneasy. So when he was asking this question, he was surprised to look into these papers. So which is his own original documents, okay, which was written by Dr. Forsyth, and he was very uneasy. He made himself uneasy. He is not relaxed. He is not peace now. He is not in a peaceful. So now, I had asked nature to publish it without delay. Okay, so before this, Sir John saw his anxiety and continued. He was anxious. Who? This Dr. Forsyth, he is anxious now, and Sir John has understood. Okay, you know, when some person has got our paper suddenly, because we have hand over to the publisher to publish this book, but without that, so that that papers had come from the other person, from the third person. So what is the thing here? So he feels very uneasy. Who? James Forsyth. Okay, then and now Sir John saw that his anxiety, and he was continued. Tyler, the editor of Nature, is a friend of mine. Actually, this Tyler means it's an editor of a Nature. Nature is the name of the publication. So their editor, he is a friend of mine. So who is the editor there? Tyler. Okay, so Tyler is the editor of mine. Editor of the Nature, he is a friend of mine. He had asked Nature to publish it without delay since it is very important. James looked puzzled. So he looked puzzled. He is in a confused manner when he looked his own papers in his hand. Okay. So I just said to the the publicators that to publish this book without any delay. It's very important book. Okay. So who said this? Dr. James Forsyth said this. Then I agreed that it is important. So who agreed? John Macpherson. Even he is also agreed that these papers are very important. So important in fact that it must never be published. Actually, these papers are very important. So that's why these papers are never going to be published, because so this is very, very important. So that information the people should not they should not know that. Okay, so you should not publish it. So this book is. That is, if what you say is correct, Sir John lit his pipe. It means what are you things you are saying in this paper? If it is correct, then these papers are never going to publish as a book. Okay. So this has said by the John Macpherson when he was lighting a pipe. Lighting a pipe means lit a pipe means when he was it's a smoking. You know, the pipe is used for a smoking. Okay, used for smoking. So that one he was lighted. James would never have tolerated aspersions on the accuracy of his work. Okay, now when he was listening the words of John Macpherson, so he has not tolerated this. Okay, accuracy, aspersion means harsh remarks. So there is a remarks on his work. Okay, whose work? That is Dr. James Forsyth work. On the accuracy means to hold security. So it is a very safety thing. So he took all the safety measurements to publish this book. So it is not tolerated for this James. Okay, or the implied order that it must be suppressed. So whatever it is ordering, so who is ordering here? John Macpherson, he is ordering that this papers it never going to publish. So that orders he is not tolerating. Okay, so this is. But he knew Sir John to be respected scientist and was willing to hear him out. And actually, so this James means Dr. James, he is also know that. So Sir John is also a scientist. and he is also eagerly waiting to know the reason. So why he said like that? So why he is not allowing this paper should be the book, okay, should not going to be published. So why? Please do not misunderstand me, Dr. Forsyth, who said this. So John Macpherson said here, John Macpherson said to Dr. Forsyth, please do not misunderstand me. So don't misunderstand me. I met Tyler today at lunch in the club where he showed me your paper. Actually, I met an editor of this Nature, that is Tyler. So we met in the club where we are having a lunch there, okay. So he showed me these papers. I still retain enough interest in astronomy, and although I am a scientist, I have a interest in this astronomy subject, okay. Then he said, you know, and he asked for my opinion before sending it to professional referee. So he came with this papers. He wanted to ask my opinion before it is going to be published. I immediately realized that your result has profound implication if it is correct. If whatever you are written in this book, if it is a correct, actually there is some implications, there is some a bad result. Implications means there is a profound implications, okay. So the results are not good. If this whatever you said in this paper it is a correct, means the results are not good, the outcomes are not good. Who said this? John Macpherson. Let me assure you, so again Sir John said that is correct, okay. Sorry, let me assure you, Sir John. Who said this? This one said by James. Let me assure you, Sir John, that is correct. I stake my reputation on it. James could not contain himself anymore. Okay. Okay. I wanted to clarify you. That is John. Actually, whatever I have written here, so this contains a very important thing. Okay. So who said this? James said this. It is actually about my reputation. Do you realize what will happen if comet Datta collides with the Earth as you predicted it will? So now, Sir John Macpherson said here that you know the conspiracies. If this Datta's comet is going to be collide with the Earth, so what will be the outcome? So do you know this? If you are whatever you written in this book, in this paper, if it is a right, so if this Datta's comet it is going to be hit, means the comet Datta, it is going to be collide to the Earth. So what will be the conspiracy? What will be the predictor? What will be the future? The effects will be catastrophic. Catastrophic means disaster. Actually, if this comet is going to be collide with the Earth, so it will be the disasters to the Earth. I said this? John Macpherson said this. That is why I have taken extra care to verify my calculation. So that's why I am just interested on your papers, because so if it going to be collide to this Earth, so it will be the disasters. So that's why I given an extra time to calculate these things. Okay, he just calculating, he just reading again and again if it is so happen. Okay, if it is a right thing, so then the disasters it will be going to happen on the Earth. Barring rare circumstances, the collision is inevitable. So, barring rare, actually this circumstances, this kind of a circumstances, it's very rare. Okay, who said this? So, James said it here. And the collision is unavoidable. Inevitable means impossible to avoid. So, this collision, if it is going to be happen, it is unavoidable. It is not going to be control it. Okay. Now James was confident, but Sir John picked out the one qualifying phrase. What are those rare circumstances? So James was confident about this, whatever he said here. Actually, if it is going to be happen, it is unavoidable. Okay. Now he took the phrase. Who said that? That is John Macpherson. He picked the phrase of the James, and he said, what are those rare circumstances? So what is the situation, the rare situations are? Well, it might collide with some asteroid before reaching here. So, if this Datta's comet Datta, comet Datta, if it going to collide to our Earth, so it should be the rare thing, okay? Because before coming to Earth, this comet is going to be hit to the asteroid. It is going to be crashed to the asteroid. It collide with the asteroid. Okay, so this one said by the James. Then, or might it might just split up when near the sun, or it might evaporate. When it going to be collide with any asteroids, it just going to be a breakdown. In split means it will be break. Okay, and then it will be the evaporates near to the, when it is coming near to the sun, it will be evaporated. It is in the form of gases. Okay, then, but one cannot count on these fortuitous circumstances. But actually, no one can count this should going to be happen or not. Okay, then we have to proceed on the assumption that comet Datta will collide with the Earth. So who said this? James said that. So they have to be assumed. So they have to be sure about that this Datta comet, comet Datta, it is going to be collide to the Earth. Then cometary collisions are expected to occur once in 10 million years. Okay, again he is continued his words that cometary collisions, these comets are going to collide to the Earth. It will be happen for once in a 10 million years. Okay, so not for a once in a year or several years it is going to be happen. It will be happen for a once for a 10 million years. Then, but now we have know that the next one will occur in a year. So we know that this comet again it will come to the Earth, and it will going to be collide to the Earth, that is for next year. Okay, in a year it is going to be collide to the Earth. They know the calculations. 10 months to be precise, interjected James. So now James also accepted that. So in 10 months this comet is going to be collide to the Earth. Thank you for the correction. Do you realize that we have only 10 months of survival left for the entire living species on the Earth? So like that they were having a conversation. So they have corrected actually. So James have corrected, and John is also accepted that. So we have only 10 months to survive on this Earth. Okay, so this is, don't you think we have to do something to stop all this? Again they are continued. So don't we think that we can stop all these things, whatever it is going to happen in the future? A fleeting smile crossed the James' face. So James was smiled. How it is going to be controlled? Okay, because it is a natural thing. So it's not controlled by any humans or any technology or something. Okay, then just like a civil servant, as if he were facing your minor breakdown, a law and order, he thought to himself. Okay, so then as a civil servant means they are working under the government. So if they were say to the public that this will going to happen in the future, so everybody break the rules and laws. Okay, then he thought to himself. Aloud he said, how many, I ask, can we prevent this natural catastrophe? So how, may I ask, can we prevent this natural catastrophe? Means how can we ask the help to the other people? Okay, ask the help to the other people and to stop this natural disasters. Okay, he asked. I don't know, but we have no option but to try. So here they both were having in conversation. They both don't know that how to stop this natural disaster, but they have to try their level best. I think we need more than 2 brains to handle this situation. So again they continued, they want extra people, means they want more men to handle, more brains means intellectual people, they are working on this to handle these kind of situations. It is essential to call an urgent meeting of experts from all over the world to think of a countermeasure and course in total secrecy. So they both have discussed that we should call a urgent meeting from all over the world. It is from the experts. So the experts should come for the meeting. So it is not only for few countries, from all over the experts, all over the countries experts. They should come and they have to take an extra measure, several measures, and we have to keep this secretly. Okay, this meeting should be happening secretly. Think of the panic in the world if this dreadful news leaks out. If this news is going to be leaked out, think that how the people are panicked, they are mad, they become mad. So people will rush here and there. Okay, they can't think any people. Okay, so this is going to be happen. So they were imagining, they were thinking about those things. Sir John glanced at the manuscripts in James' hand. So again Sir John Macpherson, again he was glanced. Glance means he was looked into the James manuscripts. My suppressing this paper will not hide the truth, Sir John. So whatever he is just saying, the truth is not going to be hid, is never going to be hid. If they are going to be stopped, if they are keep this all the meeting, it is should be the secret, but this secrecy it is not going to be hide it, the truth. James said, there are others who will arrive at the same conclusion sooner or later. Some other people also there, they will also come to the conclusion. So earlier or later, they will also come to the conclusion about these issues. No, do not suppress it, but tone it down. Okay, so don't suppress, so don't spread this, so you should have to note down. Add many ifs and buts to make your conclusion appear not so certain. I will exert all my influence with friends in other countries to make them exercise a similar restraint for a while. So here John said with the request to the James that we can't spread this kind of a news to the people, and we should have to keep this secrecy, and I will call my level best. I will call the experts from all over the world. I will try my level best to reach this conclusion. And then for how long? So how much time they want? Until this wretched comet is safely out of the way. Okay, so they have to be under the control, means the secret. This whatever the things it should be the happen, so they have to keep it in secretly. Okay, so how long means they are asking that how much time they are keeping these issues, this news in a secret. So for the comet, it is not passed in a safely from the earth. Okay, safely out of the earth. Let us spend some time now to plan the details of this international conference. Shall we call it in a week's time here? So both of them, they were in a talking that they were in a conversation about the international meeting, and it takes for 1 week for a meeting to gather it. A week to plan such an important secret conference of international experts. So we need a 1 week, to plan for a international meeting in a secretly. James thought it an impossible task, but Sir John disagreed and began to spell out details. So James thought that it is impossible to call sudden meeting from all over the international experts. Okay, but John is trying his level best, and he was disagreed with the words of James, and he was spell out his details, and he's saying his details. Okay, so this is about the today's class. So this is happened in the part first, the lesson, the comet. Okay, so let's see what happened in the part second, so which belongs to the comet. Okay, so all of you, I hope that you all are interested and you learned some extra information about the comet and how the scientists and the experts, how they are working when they come to know about if the world is going to be an end with some of the natural disaster, is it? So how they were in a panic and they were working for that. Even some movies also you had seen that if the people find out that the world is going to be an end, is it? And that something is going to be happen in the future. It's called a natural disaster. How those people are working, they are rushing here and they are just planning, and they call for a sudden meeting, okay, and they just keep those things in a secretly, and they're never going to leaks out, okay. So these things are happening in this story also. So let's see what will happen in the upcoming classes in this lesson, okay. So till then, all of you, stay home, stay safe, keep learning. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you.